Sie begeben sich jetzt in den Animus. Was Sie gleich sehen, hören und fühlen, sind die Erinnerungen Ihres Vorfahren, der seit 500 Jahren tot ist.
Was wollen Sie von mir?
Ihre Vergangenheit. Willkommen bei der spanischen Inquisition.
I was immediately drawn in by this universe and this world. When the guys at Ubisoft started explaining to me about Templars and how they are this sort of group of the elite people in the world that sort of run the world, and that they sort of believe in order and science, and man's evolution comes through those two things, and that also some humans are more valuable than others, and actually some should be enslaved, and then that the assassins on the other side are this sort of group, this brotherhood, this belief system that free will should be protected at all costs, and that they've spent their lives sacrificing their lives for that cause, and to prevent the Templars from getting their hands on various sort of artifacts around the world. And then at the core of all of that, there was this idea of genetic memory, that we today hold the memories, experience, knowledge of our ancestors in our DNA. And that can be described as instinct, or people would say it's a sixth sense, but it actually has a scientific root to our ancestors. I was like, that's great. I love that concept, because that just anchors this whole fantasy world in something real and something very potentially feasible. And then the idea that perhaps the first assassins were Adam and Eve, and they plucked the apple from the Garden of Eden. Everybody knows the story of Adam and Eve. So to take that story and manipulate it, it's kind of fun to do that. And then, of course, you've got the regressions. So we're going to have two timelines. You're going to have a character in present day, or whenever you want, but then there'll be another timeline to that character that'll link them to their ancestor. So I've always enjoyed history. It was one of my favorite subjects at school. So I thought, this will be great, because we can really fill in a lot of our action sequences in this sort of regression timeline, and then we can deal with the psychological dramas perhaps in the present day.
Wir sind Assassinen.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, that's the great thing. I can sort of pretend to be lots of different people.
Was ich da drin sah, hat sich echt angefühlt.
Das war es.
Indiana Jones. Why? Because it's a great film. I just love that character. It's one of the great adventure films I think ever made. Harrison Ford, Spielberg, they were both sort of, really in the zone in their careers, both of them at that point. It's got, it's got these elements of sort of history in there and fantasy. And I love that character. He's very human, Indiana Jones. He's a hero, but he's sort of also, usually if he gets in a fight, he's going to be at the sort of, receiving end more often than not. There's something, very fallible about him, which I like.